we should be the national champions.
Don't give it to Michigan because they haven't seen it in 45 years. Give it to us because we're the best team in the country.
Today we kick off a new era. From this day forward, the Bowl Championship Series guarantees number 1 will face number 2 to decide the national championship.
Tonight, Florida State and Texas A&M in the 16th Kickoff Classic on ABC Sports. Backfield, he's the quicker of the back. Ball fumbled, rolling around on the ground. The nose jumped all over it. And I would be surprised if they don't have it.
The ball was on the ground a long time.
Seminoles trying to take the lead. Minor up the middle. Touchdown. This is the kind of play that haunted the Seminoles all through the offseason. Bottom of the picture for the white-shirted Aggies. Run the ball up in the middle. Fumble, and it's recovered by Florida State. Picked up on the run, and the ball is going to be returned by Tommy Polley, a linebacker inside the 35-yard line. First down from the 42. Stewart with a play action gets it airborne. Got a man on the sidelines, and it is a penalty flag. The ball is caught. The flag doesn't mean anything.
Seminoles led the nation in run defense.
Hardeman goes in there.
He's in.
Touchdown for Texas A&M.
Sure that Joe Paterno is not having a tough time selling his team.
Winky's going to get it. Ball is loose. Aggies got it. There goes touchdown for Texas A&M. Jay Brooks. Christian Rodriguez, number 2, hit Chris Winky right between the shoulder blades and knocked it loose.
25-second clock still not running. It must be now malfunctioning.
To the end zone. It's caught. Warwick, touchdown. Went around the defender, came back. The ball hit him on the numbers. He caught it and took it in. Yanikowski with a 22-yard field goal try. He's 2 for 2 tonight. And now 3 for 3. So that makes it a 23-14 ball game.
The very first Eddie Robinson Classic, 4th-ranked Nebraska hosting Louisiana Tech.
And that offensive line of Nebraska. They picked up 12 on the first play, 12 on the second. Newcomb, second collegiate pass, wide open, touchdown Nebraska.
Ron and Artie.
All right, Eric, thanks a lot. This is Joe Walker at about the 2-yard line. Has some running room. Look out. Goodbye.
To the right, 1 to the left. Nebraska rushes 5. Rattay looks over the middle. Pass is complete. Lots of running room for Edwards. Inside the 10. Does he get in? Touchdown. Simon now moves over to the right of Rattay. From the 5. Again, lofts it up. Edwards runs by the defense. Look out. The 4-4 speed is on. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. But they've thrown for 366, which is the 6th best by an opponent. Rattay wants to add to it. He's got Edwards again. Look out. Oh, my goodness. Troy Edwards again, 80 yards. Have mercy. UNLV held the previous record, but that man is now in the record books. Their winning streak against non-conference opponents will also remain. Left side, big hole. Look out. Corral Buckholder looking for Pater. Touchdown.
Remember the numbers of Troy Edwards, folks. 405 yards receiving right here at Memorial Stadium today. Back with more in just a moment.
Back at the Carrier Dome, just about set for the opening kick. Fans on their feet on the 3rd and 6. Martin on the roll. Caught. Touchdown. Peerless Price from T. Martin. Finally fulfill that promise. McNabb throwing back, uncovered in the end zone of Stephen Brominski. Bartholomew, the fullback, in the eye. Lewis with a leap is in. Touchdown. Play clock down to 1. Got the snap in time. McNabb will keep Conrad out in front for the block. Touchdown, McNabb. Cheese leads. Trade the other side for Price. Did he hang on? Yes. Touchdown, Fearless Price. What a pass by Martin. Blitz coming. McNabb somehow spins away. How'd he do that? Going deep for Daniel. Caught it. Inbounds. Daryl Daniel at the 10.
It's a tough angle and a tough location for a right-footed kicker.
19-yarder for the lead. Is good. Flag down. Flag is thrown on the incompletion. It was not thrown by the nearest official.
Contact before the ball arrives.
And it is good. Tennessee wins it at the gun.
The football tickling the goal line on second and goal at the 1. And Pat, what if they run and don't make it? They've run out of timeouts. 26 seconds.
Tom Brady has to call 2 plays in the huddle, but I believe they can still run 2 plays if they choose to hand the ball to the tailback.
Brady rejected, and he does. Yeah, touchdown. Now the signal he did. Penetrate the goal line.
I'm not so sure about that one.
At the 4-yard line after the fumble by Michigan on the kickoff return. The give, fake to Denton, the throw wide open, touchdown! Dan O'Leary.
So 5 minutes left in the third. Notre Dame with another chance. Jackson stumbling as he tries to get out of the pocket.
Wide open, it's a touchdown! Notre Dame, Lakai Nelson.
The tailback. Freshman Mike McNair in motion. Benson. Fights. 284 rushing yards, 200 plus in the second half for Notre Dame. The kneel down by Jarius Jackson with 14 seconds left. That's the final play of the game, and Bob Davie has his biggest win as the head coach here at Notre Dame. He's defeated the defending co-national champions, the University of Michigan.
Number 1, Ohio State kicks off the season against the Mountaineers of West Virginia.
The first 3 times he touched the ball, he scored touchdowns at Ohio State.
And here he goes again, looking for the end zone. Touchdown!
The left guard, Murphy won that one for sure.
And now Jermaine to the end zone. Touchdown, D. Miller. Tight formation, 4 wide receivers into the game. And Zaraway stays in the block. Bulger. Would be wise to throw it away or find somebody, throws it into traffic, and it is caught! A touchdown! What a play by Sean Foreman! Second down and 3, Joe Montgomery. They fake to him, they throw to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston!
See him back. Second quarter, no score. Auburn's driving. Ben Leard back to throw. Reverse skate. The All-American player Anthony Poindexter ripping it off. Virginia capitalized here. 4 plays later, Aaron Brooks. Good time, and he's cranking it up. In the corners, Kevin Coffey, and he's still running. 61 yards and into the end zone. 6-0 Virginia. PAT no good. Second quarter, Leard. He's pressed. Maurice Anderson's after him and stripping him. Cavaliers recover. time running down now in the second quarter, and Virginia is going to try to get into field position for a field goal. The short run to center the ball a bit more. That works well enough, but then no one calls timeout, and clock expires, and George Welsh says, I think we'll work on clock management in practice this week. Third quarter, there's more trouble for Ben Leard. Back to throw. Monsanto pokes after him. He strips it, recovers. And Virginia with little D shutting out Auburn. In fact, Auburn is shut out in a home opener for the first time since 1927. Virginia wins its first opener in 7 tries against ranked opponents.
Rams up 14-13. Colorado's Mike Machetti, the JC transfer in his first college game, to Javon Green, 13-yard TD. Machetti, 21-32, 257 yards, 3 TDs, buffs up by 6. Still third quarter, Cedric Cormier, the redshirt freshman, gets a nice wall of blockers, and he takes off 82 yards for the touchdown as Colorado runs its winning streak over the Rams to 8. 42-14 is the final.
Early on with Miami of Ohio after losing their starter, Oscar Davenport. Fourth quarter, 10-0 Tar Heels. Travis Prentice runs it in. We are tied at 10. 1 second left. John Scott, the 37-yard field goal is good. The upset is on. 13-10. The final, the Red Hawks take it.
The 18th rated team in the nation, the Washington Huskies, and the number 8 Arizona State Sun Devils. Well, the defense hasn't stopped any third downs yet. Healy again with a lot of time throws. Did he catch it? Yes, he did! What a catch! Todd Heap, the true freshman. Arizona State covered it first. Now it's third down and 2 yards to go. Look at this option. Redmond, first down. Redmond, touchdown. Looker was injured back in the game. He's the left slot on the top of your screen. Here it goes the other way. Gerald Harris, and look who comes up with it. Dave Looker for the touchdown. Washington has never led in this game. 2nd and 2. Harris, not much there. Bucked outside. The Huskies have the first lead of this game. Ball 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. Healy talked with his offensive coordinator upstairs. He has the new play, and here it goes. Ryan fires. Touchdown! Tarek McDonald! There is a flag down, though. 4th and 17. George sets up. He has his man for the first down. Reggie Davis. Davis will score the touchdown. Unbelievable.
Well, that's amazing. These two teams can really bring it. And they brought it tonight. Brock Heward, 4th and 17, just launches a deep corner route to Reggie Davis. And watch him run. Reggie Davis with a great catch over the shoulder, and he just outruns.
From Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina, the number 2 team in the nation in action today as the Seminoles of Florida State take on the Wolfpack of NC State. Carry. That's a Florida State record. First down, Winky. Play action. Plenty of time, and he's got Warwick wide open over the middle of the football field. Can you believe this on the first play from scrimmage? Warwick to the end zone.
Let me say it again. You don't want to give a knockout puncher the first shot.
Shotgun. And time completes it to Eric Lee. Can he get to the end zone? Yes. Touchdown, Wolfpack. A good punt. Holt going to come up to the 32. Doesn't call for the full touch, and a flag is thrown.
Still on his feet is Torrey Holt. Going to cut it back. Holt inside the 20. To the corner of the end zone. He's going to score.
He's phenomenal. And I think the penalty is against Florida State for being in the 2-yard circle.
That's solid program. Wanky, quick shot. This one's picked off at the 32. Rodney Red, and the second pick of the afternoon for the Wolfpack. Came back to run the offense in the second half very well. Plenty of time over the middle. Intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone by number 9, Jason Perry. Had no one open. There's the drive so far. Through the hands of Warwick, and this one picked off. NC State with the 5th interception of the game. Anthony Cason, the redshirt freshman out of Indian River, Virginia, with this one. Well, in terms of the run, the way teams have always tried to attack Florida State, run right up the middle, right at them because of their quickness east and west. And now they've got the great tackles up the middle. Barnett, there's Holt out there, makes the catch. Holt's going to score. Torrey Holt to the end zone. 7 points. That's as low as Florida State has been since 1988.
You are looking live as Michigan files onto the field here in Ann Arbor to the bigger house. 5,500 additional seats. And once again, this is the largest stadium for college football. And today it rocks for Syracuse and Michigan. They split the backs with that wishbone-looking at backfield that you're so familiar with if you follow Syracuse. Down the line comes McNabb. Now he pitches it out. Corner, touchdown on their opening drive. Kevin Johnson steps into the end zone. Second and 17, and so Anthony Thomas checks into the backfield alongside Brady. Has time, fires, picked off at the 31-yard line. Intercepted by David Bird, the nickel man. McNabb straight back. Left side, he's all alone. It's a touchdown. Conrad. A defensive breakdown, and Conrad was all alone. He goes into the end zone for the second touchdown. Nobody was over there. And a dozen for McNabb in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers and Conrad alongside. Stopped in the middle, dances back outside, looks for somebody to come free, and now he'll take it. Breaks a tackle at the 10. 5, touchdown, Syracuse. Mongrel, fake it to him. There's a block throw, open man Conrad, second touchdown. Betty and Bob Conrad.
5 touchdowns, all in the first half. Here's the reverse. Mitchell will throw, going deep. One-on-one coverage, touchdown UCLA. Brian Poley Dixon, 34 yards from Freddie Mitchell. Freddie Mitchell's the guy I was talking about. He was the capper on that great recruiting class. Wide open, caught. Danny Farmer spins. Danny Farmer, touchdown UCLA. Great play, 25 yards. McNabb will throw. Going end zone, Poley Dixon, touchdown UCLA. Danny Farmer has fumbled in this half, scored a touchdown earlier in the game. McNabb under pressure, rolling, looking, throwing, got a man, caught! Freddie Mitchell, touchdown UCLA, 79 big yards.
Tonight, from the campus of Michigan State University, the Spartans host the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Pressure, they block it, they've got it, Spartans going for the end zone, it's touchdown! Number 32, Richard Newsom. Oh, let's see if they're careful with it. Let's see whether or not the Irish go after. Burke rolls it out, buys a little time, wants to go deep. Burris is out there, and Burris has got it, and he's on his way. He is in there. Touchdown. pressure coming. Gets this pass away. Intercepted by Julian Peterson. Touchdown. And it's 42-3, Michigan State over Notre Dame.
Slinger getting it going early. After Air Force fumbled away the opening snap, the slinger to Derek Ewell. 22 yards on the play, 7-0 Colorado State a minute into the game. Later in the first, 20 seconds left, 10-0 Colorado State and Darren Hall. They're not gonna get him. 77 yards. 7-0 Colorado State after one, and the Air Force fans have to be stunned. Cutaway. 17-3 Colorado State in the second. This may have been
First down, Esslinger to the air.
a very big play. A very big play that helped Air Force stay in this game. Tony Jones picks off the slinger. 2 plays later, Bo Morgan's little brother Blaine takes it. Air Force down 17-10. Still 17-10. Slinger looking for Derek Ewell. Inside the 5. 2 plays later, the slinger would punch it in, make it 24-10. Now 27-17 in the fourth. Air Force ball at the 7. Bo Morgan's little brother, Blaine. 3rd touchdown of the game. Air Force trails 27-24. Now tied late in the fourth. Air Force ball. Fisher to Berry. Elects to go for it. 4th and 1. And it's Morgan. First down. Air Force gets to the 23. Time winding down. Jackson Whitting. 40-yard field goal. Good. Air Force wins it. I love college football. 30-27.
NC State down in Waco to battle those Baylor Bears that lost to Oregon State last week. Hot day in Waco. Temperature 110. 5-0 Baylor. Derek Lagway gets the handoff, breaks through the defense. His shirt is ripped, but he's in the end zone anyway. 27-yard touchdown. 12-0 Baylor. Second quarter, still Baylor 12-0. Jamie Barnett hit by Jason Jackson. Kenyatta Parker recovers the fumble, and he's going 82 yards the other way for 6. 18-0 Bears. They led 26-0 at halftime. Third quarter, though, down 26-8. NC State coming back. Barnett looking deep, finding Torrey Holt, who is long gone. 80 yards for the score. He had a school record 255 yards receiving with 11 catches. After the 2-point conversion, it's 26-16. Now 33-30. Baylor late in the game. 4th and 1. Barnett gets to Chris Coleman. Barely stays in bounds for the first down, as you see on the replay. 13 seconds left. Final chance to tie. Sophomore Kent passing him has missed 2 field goals already. Junior Scott Earwood watching because he has shin splints. The field goal attempt is blocked. Baylor with the upset win, 33-30. So NC State, who had to block a punt themselves.
But now there is the threat of thunderstorms just beyond the horizon. But whatever may happen, we've hunkered down by the Olentangy for a football game matching the Missouri Tigers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Kenyon Rambo coming at the wide receiver positions now. Fresh legs, the other folks getting a breather. Michael Wiley, he scores. Matt Keller through the block. Steve Belisari is another one who's becoming quite a story. We may see him before the day's over. Here goes Jermaine. Oh, the ball comes out. It's picked up by Missouri. And down the sideline goes number 5, Carlos Posey, for a touchdown. Barry Odom knocked it loose from Joe Jermaine. Number's got 56 yards on 6 carries. It's 3rd down and 2. Joe's got it again. Up the middle he goes. He's got a first down. Big game running the ball, but they still trail by a point. This is Montgomery. Look at that freshman fullback throw a block. Touchdown. And probably with John, we're not going to throw the ball to you anymore today. Michael Wiley. Touchdown. Tyson Walter and John Lumpkin let him in.
It's the Big East season opener for Virginia Tech and Miami. Snap is good. Kick is on its way. No good. at the Orange Bowl. And 2nd and 9. Clark throwing toward the end zone. Did he get it? Yes! Ricky Hall.
What a great catch.
Wayne and King and Moss are the wide receivers. Covington to throw. Covington rolling, stopping, throwing, and that's the ball game. Virginia Tech in overtime defeats Miami 27-20.
Sitting hard by the banks of the Tennessee River is 107,000-seat Neyland Stadium, home of the Tennessee Volunteers. And a festive atmosphere has surrounded the stadium all day as Vols fans gear up for their annual showdown with the Florida Gators. The Tennessee players made their traditional walk across campus and arrived confident that this will be the year they end their 5-game losing streak against the Gators. It's number 2 Florida and number 6 Tennessee. T. Martin with a word for Sean Bryson, the fullback. And he hands the ball to Bryson, who rips through. He may go. Touchdown, Tennessee. Seconds left in the half. Tennessee by a touchdown. Florida threatening. Palmer to the end zone in traffic. Touchdown. Travis Taylor just inside the end zone. Excellent field position to start this possession for Tennessee at the Florida 29. T. Martin lofts it up, looking for Peerless Price. Lots of contact. Touchdown! Jesse Palmer out of the shotgun, under pressure, lofts it up for McGriff, and he has it! Travis McGriff down the sideline, touchdown! On Johnson, now it's Palmer, quarterback from midfield. A lot of time, deep down the middle, man open, intercepted! The ball underthrown, and Deion Grant picked it off. Looked like a one-handed catch over the middle. Palmer had a man open behind the defense, but the ball was short to give Tennessee the lead in overtime. Out of the hold of Benson Scott. That kick is right down the middle. Who converted earlier, the only attempt of the season by Florida. From 32 yards, that kick is no good! Tennessee wins!
And West Virginia fans getting unruly in Morgantown. The referees pick up a whiskey bottle that had been thrown on the field.
We had a whiskey bottle thrown on the field. It'd be 15 yards this way.
Don Nehlen not
An ABC Sports presentation of college football brings you a huge game in Lincoln, Nebraska. Number 2, Nebraska against the 8th-ranked Huskies of Washington.
The second-ranked Cornhuskers lead by a touchdown. They scored on their opening march, an 82-yard drive. Here's Newcomb on the pitch to D'Angelo Evans. Got the corner again. 50, 40. Evans down the sideline. He might take it. Touchdown!
It's all 11 guys right here. Nobody's playing.
Here's the pitch. D'Angelo Evans. Can he get another one? Stiff arm. Crosses over. Touchdown. Looked like he had time, hit as he tried to throw. Rucker nailed him. The ball is loose, and it is Nebraska football. Newcomb going to have to keep it, and he scored. His third of the day.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Dwight Perry's
Stadium on the campus of Bowling Green University. Today, we'll see the Golden Knights of Central Florida, led by Heisman hopeful Dante Culpepper, taking on the Bowling Green Falcons. Behind Schneider. Twins to the top of the screen. And he's going to throw. Schneider's got the time. He fires his off. It's complete. And a touchdown. That's Adam Leach coming out of the backfield. Wide open. Here at the line of scrimmage. And again, two tights, two wide receivers. We call this the ace set. And this time the play action fake. And he fires deep downfield. He's got a man wide open. And that's number 18, Mark Nodsen. He's going to go to the house. All the way in for the touchdown. 68 yards. Dante Culpepper to Mark Nodsen. Ace formation once again, and Culpepper audibles at the line of scrimmage to his receiver. And there's the slant. He's got Sy up for the touchdown. He knew it. He gave him the pad on the calf. He said, hey, there's no safety inside. Let's run the quick slant, and they did it to perfection. Twins to the short side of the field, and Culpepper rolls that way. Now he's looking back for the screen, set up beautifully to Goldberg. Got a block in front of him inside the 20, 15, 10-5, touchdown. Central Florida, 23 yards. Ben Goldberg, the tight end, rolls to the touchdown.
Florida State 10th in the AP, and USC off to a 3-0 start, ranked 18th in the Associated Press. The pitch to Chaney. Chaney with the lead blocker. Tucks it in. Touchdown Seminoles! What a good lead block on the play. That ain't... Lots of time. Looking end zone. Touchdown Florida State! USC knocking on the door. Chad Morton off the pitch. Cuts it back. Has a blocker, looking towards the end zone. Touchdown, USC. 2nd and 11. Pressure, football on the turf. And Florida State has it. The Seminoles have recovered. Demetro Stevens. Wenke looking end zone, looking for Dugans. Has him. Touchdown, Florida State. What a nifty move by Ron Dugans to beat Antoine Simmons.
Alabama's never lost in the state of Arkansas, but this year both teams are 2-0 and pointing toward success in the SEC. There are plenty of those in the family as well. 1st and 10 outside of the 20. Looking, pitch and go. Into the end zone it goes. Touchdown Arkansas. Mesmerizing into the defensive back was Michael Snowden. Out of the shotgun. Will it be a quarterback draw like Todd was just talking about? Pocket does hold up for Sterner going the other way. Wide opens the tight end for the first time he's gone that way. Joaquin Davenport, will he get in? Yes! Touchdown Arkansas! Got 11 completions for 189 yards and a couple of touchdown tosses. That's in 25 attempts out of the shotgun. Wide open over the middle. The wide receiver for the easy score. Michael Snowden is 2nd of the night. Trying to add to their 35-6 lead. Stinson trying to right side. To the corner he goes. Breaking the tackle. He's in. Touchdown Arkansas.
Possession for the Longhorns. Ricky Williams breaks through 31 yards and the score. Texas up 7-0. Same quarter. This time it's Williams from 16 yards out and a touchdown. 2nd quarter, more Ricky Williams, 17 yards out. It's a touchdown. 21-7 Texas. Again in the 3rd, 29 yards away. Pay dirt. Still the 3rd, 27 yards away and a score. It's now 52-21 Texas. It's a laugher. Still going in the 4th, this time from 41 yards away. 30 carries, 318 yards, a career high, and 6 touchdowns for Ricky Williams.
Chris, thanks, and welcome to the field where North Carolina State knocked off then number 2 Florida State. They try to do it to number 11 Syracuse tonight.
The Lee State fans come to their feet for 4th and inches. They can get a first down if stopped short of a touchdown. McNabb again making an adjustment. Touchdown, Syracuse. Injured the knee playing pickup football this summer, but was able to be back for most of spring practice. Ryan Hamrick, the receiver at the top of the screen. A little more option with spikes into the end zone. Touchdown, State.
yards. The drive's alive. On 1st and 10. Barnett to the air. Touchdown, Ryan Hamlet. He's now in the NFL. Play 8 of the drive. Ray Robinson, touchdown. Tremaine Stevens on the Chargers roster now, Jerry. 2nd and goal. Looking end zone, Barnett. Might run for it. Will run for it. Touchdown, Wolfpack. For the 3rd time in 4 home games, they're going to bring down the goalpost here in Raleigh. I don't think he minds. 6,000 a pop, but when you beat number 11 and you beat number 2 in the same season in back-to-back home games, it certainly is special.
Michael Wiley, David Boston, and D. Miller, 31-10 Ohio State.
Woo! Nice hit! Well, I tell you what. Go Buckeyes! Huh? How you like this one? Hey! Woo! I like that one.
This is the 3rd consecutive year these 2 teams have come to the Big Ten Conference opener undefeated and ranked in college football's top 10. The weather today, light rain off and on throughout the day. It's 51 degrees as number 7 Penn State challenges number 1 Ohio State. Carrying the full leg, in there. Thompson back, gets the pressure. Ball comes out of his hand, rolling around the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State, Ruzinski. Miller's back out there. Remain looks down the middle, goes to Wiley. Touchdown. Fourth and 17 now. The punt will have to come out of the end zone. Pat Pidgeon back there, and Kenyon Rambo waiting for Ohio State. Buckeyes ought to come out of here with a pretty good. They block it. Ball's in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Kersey King blocks the kick. Kevin Thompson going big. Nastasi got it. Down 1-yard line. Not a touchdown. Antoine Winfield up there with him, but Joe Nastasi went up and got it. See if they give it to him. Yep. And he's got it. Got away from Sean Lee. You can see how much his teammates like him. I mean, they go immediately to him. They're happy to have Joe score one.
Can they do it? Tulane, 3-0, their best start in 24 years. No score first quarter. Lee Roberts drops, fires. Alfonso Roundtree picks it and takes off. He turns the INT into TD. A nice run, 59 yards. Southern Miss with 6 turnovers on the day as Tulane goes on to win it, 21-7. The best collegiate quarterback in the nation. First quarter, kid looks like it. Fires to Craig Yeast. Craig Yeast firing up the cameraman. Kentucky up 6-0. But Arkansas scores 20 unanswered points to take the lead. We show you the final section of the game. Arkansas up by 7. Tim Couch, a chance to be the hero. They get 0. Kentucky blows a 13-point lead as Couch and the fellas go down by 7.
Saturday primetime college football on ESPN. Tonight from the SEC, 12th-ranked Georgia takes on 6th-ranked LSU. Second down, they need the 5. At the 4-5 touchdown. Champ Bailey. Blitz coming off the corner. They run right there. It's Mealy. Has 5, has 10. Counted off. Touchdown from 21 yards and a block
that came from heaven by Tommy Banks.
Well, Ron, what happened is Tommy Banks ran into Kirby Smart, the safety, blitz, and they ran right into it and hit that touchdown.
Here we come with second down. This is the 9th play of this drive. Pitches it to Gary. He will score. From the 5.5. Tyler. Touchdown LSU, Kyle Pitts. Man at the top of the eye. Carter hands it off to the fullback, and he will score. Ronnie Bradley. Tonight, as you look at Joe Kynes, the defensive coordinator for the Bulldogs. Blitz right up the middle, and this pass is caught for the touchdown on the count.
I think Reggie Robinson.
He got it, but it was Foster who the pass was intended for, and he got it on the carry. I would say that the defensive coordinator, Mr. Kynes, is as well amazed. Boy, look at the pickup block. Deep over the middle, got a man there, and a touchdown to Tony Small. For 30, he's there with Bradley. Arnott is the tailback. Arnott turns it upfield and is very close to the 30, which is plenty enough for the first down, and the Georgia crowd knows it. They are jumping and shouting with 1:17 to play. They may be now well within reason of knocking off the number 6 team in America.
Your way from Arrowhead Stadium, and it is some kind of night, a great night for college football. Evans dropped it right back into his hands, and he's got the touchdown. Al wide to the right, I formation again for the Cowboys. Right down the middle, looking for Howell. He flanks off to the side. He's got it. Goodbye. A low spiral Walker at the 27. Up the middle, look out. One man to beat. Touchdown, Nebraska. They need 5. Lindsey buying some time. Complete to Love. And they'll stop the clock with 8 seconds left, and he went out of bounds at about the 1. They only have 3 seconds to snap the ball. For the win. No, Nebraska stuffs them.
He was now 5 of 8 for 74 yards. That play went 24 yards, first and goal. They give it to the fullback. They've got the touchdown. A great opportunity for Arizona. And Jenkins will go to the air. Touchdown, Jeremy McDaniel.
Will add a little couple wrinkles of his own to this offense.
They'll try and get the running game going. Tron candidate. He may go all the way. He will. Looker is in the slot on the left. Tuiasosopo, you never can tell if he's going to pass or run. And he will throw the football. And it is caught for the touchdown. 23 yards out, straight on, looking for his first college field goal. He is 0 for 2, 0 for 1 tonight, and his last attempt blocked. This one is up, and it will go wide to the right side. So Skursky is denied, and so is Washington, of opening up a 7-point lead. Let's see how many Huskies come dogging the cat from Arizona. Just the 4. Jenkins steps up. He goes. He dives. He's in.
That was one of the most phenomenal plays you'll see in college football. I give him a 10 across the board, Steve.
He does a complete flip into the end zone. And if he doesn't land on his feet, Arizona is turned back.
Well, I tell you what, Cade McNown made a play earlier today against Washington State similar to this, but Ortiz Jenkins, I have never seen something like that.
Buck 5, the legendary mascot, is ready for the first top 10 showdown between the Hedges in 15 years. It's the 4th-ranked Vols of Tennessee challenging number 7, Georgia. Seems like this game has been filled with 3rd and 22s. That's the situation for the Vols at their own 36. Good fake by Martin. He throws an interception. Picked off by Tim Wansley, a true freshman from Buford, Georgia. His first career interception.
They adjust with who they have to play with.
And also the fact that Georgia is a more explosive team than Auburn, they're more likely to score. To the end zone. Touchdown, Cedric Wilson. Suffered in the game against Houston. On 3rd and goal, they fake the inside handoff. They throw to Peerless Price, and he has a touchdown.
Tennessee is bringing the heat, and they're going to bring it again.
They hand it off to Champ Bailey. He can throw it. They have it well covered, and it is intercepted. Deion Grant running it back. And he runs out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Well, Philip Fulmer and his Volunteers were not fooled by that play.
A sold-out Kyle Field. They are looking to maroon out the number 2 team in the country, the highest-ranked club that's been in here in 15 years.
He'll probably throw one here, too, but more than likely a safe one. 3rd and 25.
This is going to be a touchdown for the Aggies. Chris Taylor.
Has done a marvelous job with his troops, and now it's 3rd down and 19. Newcomb from the gun.
And under the gun. And dropped again, and the ball is loose. Texas A&M touchdown.
Hall, the tailback. 2 tight ends set, both Spiller and Campbell in there. On a 3rd and goal. Going quarterback draw by Newcomb, and he might score. He does. Touchdown, Bobby Newcomb. 11 yards on the quarterback draw. Down territory, obviously, so Nebraska has got 2 shots at picking up a yard. They want to get it in the end zone. They might right here. Makovicka, touchdown.
That's a huge play. That's a huge play. Gain that much yardage. It's yardage now, not the clock that's a factor.
Newcomb, all day to throw. Deep.
Intercepted. Picked off by Cedric Curry.
And the Aggies are going to stop the longest winning streak in college football. And will have a new national champion as well, more than likely. That is a big upset. A&M shocks number 2 Nebraska.
Cheverini in motion. Carter stays with him. Fumble. Kansas State has it. Darren Howard, number 49 out of St. Petersburg, Florida, came up with the fumble recovery.
Shades of refrigerator Curry up in the backfield
on 3rd and goal. Goolsby, did he get in? Yes, touchdown Kansas State. 6 men on the line of scrimmage. Kelly showing the blitz again. This time he backs off. The Machete is going to be dumped again. The 4th sack of the evening.
Middle linebacker at one time. They moved him to outside linebacker 2 years ago when he's found a home.
Bishop, the pitch back to Hickson. It's loose. Colorado has it. Looking for Stiggers. He's there. Did he get it? Touchdown, Colorado! This kid. And he will have an opportunity, but he calls the fair catch right at the 20. Penalty flag is thrown.
12 men participating on the receiving team. It'll be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, sufficient for a first down.
Good call, Ron Boy. Wow.
In the swamp. This crowd is as loud as it gets, and they are ready to explode tonight. Ready for payback. As top-ranked LSU comes calling of 6th-ranked Florida. 26 until halftime.
And they spent all their timeouts. Going to go on top. Looking for Foster. He's fired at the 5. And touchdown LSU. 51 yards. Working Terry Jackson. Wide open over the middle. Touchdown. Aaron Kenny, his tight end. First down from the 50. Quick pass. That's actually a lateral, and he can throw it. He's got his man wide open. That's Taylor, and Taylor will score. LSU 9. Tyler is sacked at the 47. And it looks as though it's going to be McGrew and Beauchamp, but it's 4 times that the Gators have gotten it.
Thank you and welcome to Madison, Wisconsin. Camp Randall Stadium. The undefeated Wisconsin Badgers matching up with one of the surprises in college football over the last couple of years, the Boilermakers of Purdue. Dane, the only one in the backfield. 2 tight ends set. They'll run the option. Short yardage. Samuel, he's in. Touchdown, Badgers. Two to each side, make a trip over to the wide side. Empty backfield, just Breeze there. In the corner, touchdown Purdue. What a grab by Chris Daniels, and that was a bullet. It's 3rd and 3 in this tie ball game at 17 apiece. Breeze with plenty of time into the end zone, and is it picked off? Yes, the interception is there. Coming up with it, Eccles, a redshirt freshman from Youngstown, Ohio. Purdue looking at 2nd and 8. It's picked off. You can see it coming. Jamar Fletcher should go the distance. To the 15, to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Wisconsin. A huge one. Gibson led the way last time for Ron Dane. Will they be able to punch it in? Martin's back into the game. Dane easily over the top.
Freddie Mitchell out. They do not have that blazing speed. This is Deshaun Foster, and he rips through about 8. And Deshaun still on his feet, and look at him go! Touchdown! It's like tag team wrestling. In 2 minutes, it will be Smith's turn. They complete the pass to Trung Canady, and Canady down the left sideline. And Trung with a great move. He could go to the 5-yard line. 74 yards. This is Coley. Dixon breaks the tackle. He will score. Redshirt freshman at outside backer. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Smith looks. He fires right corner. Touchdown! 15 carries, but he had 2 fumbles that resulted in 14 points. Jenkins again with the blitz, throwing it deep. Oh, what a catch by McDaniel! Touchdown! Toss to the long setback. They go with double tight end. And McNown looking to keep it on the option. Cade is in for the touchdown. Heisman Trophy candidate Cade McNown. Showing option, then going deep. Danny Farmer's there. Danny Farmer's gone. Kevin, UCLA trying to hold off Arizona. Bruins have the football at their own 46-yard line and give it to Keith Brown, and Brown rips for several, breaks free. He's down the left sideline. Brown could go. And Keith Brown dives into the end zone.
State and Miami. First quarter, Scott Covington finding his tight end, Daniel Franks, wide open. Canes even at 7 apiece with Florida State. Chris Wenke throwing up his back foot to Marvin Minnis. Defenders were there, but didn't know the ball was coming. 14-7 Knowles. Wenke looking for Peter Warrick. This game was a wipeout last year, 45-0, much closer this time as Warrick, the reception would set up a touchdown. Canes improving, but can't topple the 9th-ranked Knowles 26-14. Chris Wenke threw for 316. Warrick 7 catches, 190 yards. Remember that 6-pick disaster against NC State? Wenke since then 8 touchdowns and 0 interceptions.
Third quarter, Virginia up 31-17. T.J. Thomas Jones, 65 yards for the touchdown. This guy can play. You don't hear a lot about him. Cavs up 38-17, 3-touchdown lead. Georgia Tech. Fourth quarter, 38-33 game. Joe Hamilton to his favorite target, Des White. Look at him run all the way through the secondary. Now down the right strip. 54 yards for the touch. 2-point play made it 41-38. Yellow Jackets pack and sting. Todd Braverman, 54 yards out for the tie in the final minute. It is no good. Look how close it came. Missed by less than a foot. George Welsh walking off the field. Georgia Tech. What a tremendous comeback. 41-38. Sean King playing with that soft cast on his left hand, throws it with his right hand, deep to Adrian Burnett. Oh, that's a gorgeous catch. Tulane scored on the next play, make it 7-7. 3 seconds left. Louisville needed a touchdown. Chris Redmond broken up by Tim Carter, incomplete. Tulane hangs on as Carter is psyched. The green wave riding the wave of emotion as Redmond emotionally down. Look at these guys celebrating the green. Maybe the upset of the season. Temple winless this season coming in. Virginia Tech quarterback Nick Sorensen. Now this is their 3rd-string quarterback. Nick Sorensen. Jarrett Ferguson, 26-yard touchdown. Hokies up 7-0. Late fourth quarter, Temple's down 24-21. Stacy Mack takes the pitch down to the 1-yard line. And on that same drive, Devin Scott takes it in. Is he in? Let's see. This sort of reminds me of that Prairie View pileup when they ended their losing streak, and he is in for the touchdown. And Temple, hoot, for the Owls, 28-24.
And goal, they split Brown and Walende in the backfield. Going to be a short drop and throw to fade for Farmer. Jump ball, got it. Touchdown, UCLA on the 6-yard fade to the one-time volleyball star. Drones and Akili. Akili's rolling. Can he get to the corner? He's got it. He walks into the end zone for the touchdown. Akili Smith. Yards now. 2 costly fumbles, but he's making up for it. Akili off a play fake. Gonna go down the middle. He's got it. Touchdown, Oregon. Tony Hartley. 36 yards from Akili Smith. Back spot. Lewis, touchdown! Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great college football game. Can do 2:39 to go. Deadlocked at 31. Play fake a little right. Good runner. Looking downfield. He's going to go for the wall. Farmer. Got it. Farmer. Touchdown UCLA. Would you believe it? 60 yards. McNown to Farmer. With 1:07 to go. They've got only one timeout. Akili knows it. Fires far side. Griffin goes up. Griffin got it. Oh, Griffin juggles it and makes a wonderful catch. Akili rolls. Backside pressure. Fires. Griffin got it. Touchdown, Oregon. An extra point away from a tie. So here it is with 17 seconds to go. Shotgun look, McNown. Pretty good time. Gonna fire one deep. Polly Dixon, and the quarterback's got it. The backup Drew Bennett's got it. The Hail Mary are inside the 5. The decision to kick short now is a horrible one. They'll kick it 21 yards. Can they block this one? Here's Saylor. Saylor's got it out. No! He missed the field goal. Oregon's still alive. We'll go to overtime. Can you believe it? Now Akili Smith. The Ducks have not been denied all day. Bad exchange. Picks it up anyway. Eludes one. Near midfield. Fires down to the middle. Intercepted by UCLA. UCLA's got it on interception. They can score on it, but if he goes down, it'll come down to the 25. 25-yard line is Ryan Rupp. The 23-yarder to stay unbeaten. Yes! UCLA, 15 in a row. Longest winning streak in school history. The Ducks lose a heartbreaker in overtime.
There's Hal Mumme hoping to get the upset against Georgia. Early in the second, Georgia was down 10-0. Quincy Carter, the keeper. He'd go 49 yards for the touchdown, and the Bulldogs down 10-7 at this point. We pick it up now in the fourth quarter. 2:11 left. Ronnie Bradley takes the handoff, fumbles. Kentucky recovers. One more chance to turn this thing around. $1:53 to play. Tim Couch at the controls, off the play action to Kevin Coleman. 14 yards on the pickup. Kentucky setting up for the 49-yard game-winning field goal by Seth Hansen. The holder, Matt Mumme, the backup quarterback, tried to run with the ball, stuffed, and then threw the interception. Jim Dunham likes what he sees. The Bulldogs win at
Lincoln, Nebraska, the play, says Mr. Jones. Hopes to rewrite a script that the Huskers' Matt Davison authored a year ago.
Side of the football.
Christo to run the option the other way. Ball on the ground. It's loose. Uh-oh. This could go the other way. Erickson will score. That is a touchdown, folks. On the play. This will be a 38-yarder, pretty much straight on. And it's blocked. Missouri has blocked it. They get the ball to Piercy. Piercy got one to beat. He runs out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
They're going for it again out of the power I. Nebraska's defensive line is stacking it up.
Here's the option. Jones, touchdown.
Well, they didn't quite do what I thought. Fake it and make it bootleg was similar.
Second and goal inside the 3. Christo, touchdown. A knee and a back, and here he is in his senior year, trying to bring Nebraska from behind against Missouri. Oh, touchdown, Monte Cristo.
Successfully.
Here we go, in all probability, the final snap. Missouri needs 6. He's going to get knocked down. He never got it launched. Nebraska holds on 20-13.
Eric Johnson with the pressure and the hit. Corby couldn't even get the ball out of his hand for
jump ball situation, try to let somebody on the other end of it make a play.
Today, the Hurricanes take on the Mountaineers of West Virginia.
Averaging nearly 12 flags, Eddie, and 104 yards a game. Corner route, up and in. Touchdown. Foreman. Green averaging, how about this, 14 tackles a game. James right up the middle. Still on his feet. Oh, touchdown. Continue to just kind of give Bulger new assignments, new reads week to week. 3 wide receivers. Bulger on the slant. Touchdown. Corey Ivy. That has gone 9 plays for 70 yards. Covington, blitz from both sides, throws it out. Moss, touchdown. I'm on that clock. Fullback dive, touchdown, West Virginia. Anthony Green, 240-pounder. West Virginia held the last time Miami tried to make a push to the end zone. Covington. Touchdown, Miami. Darryl Jones at the 43, a 53-yard attempt. It would be a career long. Good snap. The kick is up. Just missed it. And Miami wins on the road in Morgantown.
Tougher tickets this location has seen in some time.
But you don't see that called much anymore. First and goal. This is the 18th play of the drive. Over the touchdown, Philip Rogers. He's got him open. That's Lewis. And he will score. Ron, George Godsey is they won't play. He's safe for George Godsey. They may on the first play, but they'll let him throw the football. They have confidence in him. That ball is loose, and it has been picked up by Dexter Jackson and taken to the 41-yard line. And Corey Simon is the man who caused the fumble. Fumble recovered by Jackson and Franklin, the tight ends in the ball game. First and goal, the ball at the end. But it's a touchdown to Warwick, his second of the night. Oh, they Everybody thinks they can get us now. They do. Reverse to Warwick. Gets a block from Winky. Wheel down the way, and the third touchdown of the night by Warwick.
Accept it. The college football game you want to see isn't on where you live, and there's nothing you can do about it. Or is there? Imagine a place where the games you want to see are on every Saturday. A place where you can see up to 100 college matchups this season. Just order ESPN Game Plan, ESPN's pay-per-view college football package, and we'll bring you more of the best games from top schools and conferences. And all in your own backyard.
Redemption. BYU honored Jim McMahon for his election to the College Football Hall of Fame earlier this year. First quarter scoreless, San Diego State's first possession. Brian Russell is picked off by another Brian, Mr. Gray. He returns it all the way for the touchdown, 39 yards in all. It was just the 4th play of the game, and it's 7-0 Cougars. San Diego State's second possession, 1st and 10. Russell drops back to pass. He scrambles, and he is hit hard by Derek Stevenson. Russell is down and hurt. Take another look at this one. Russell gets absolutely leveled. He would leave the game, but he's a gamer. Came on back. Second quarter, 10-0 Cougars, 3rd and 8 for the Aztecs. They try the draw play. Larry Ned is stopped by Rob Morris, and Morris is pumped. He was in on 17 tackles in the game. 15 seconds left in the second, 13-0 Cougars, and the Aztecs are looking for points. My goodness. Russell drops back, scrambles. He's eventually hit. The ball pops out. San Diego State recovers the ball. The time's runs out in half. Third quarter, still 13-0 Cougars. 3rd and 2 for the Aztecs. The pitch to Jonas Lewis was for nothing. Aztecs 1 for 8 on 3rd down to that point. Russell throws incomplete to Jesus Reyes. Another missed 3rd down for the Aztecs. Aztecs punting, and Don Copeland rather be playing Scrabble right there.
Another Aztecs mistake. Fourth quarter now, same score, 4th and goal for the Aztecs. Brian Gray all day. Gray enjoying the moment, by the way. Still 13-0. Another 4th and goal for San Diego State late in the 4th. Russell's pass is knocked away again by Brigham Young. It's almost intercepted. A long night for Mr. Russell and the Aztecs as Brigham Young goes on to win. So
both teams with one loss in the conference, neither can afford another loss if they're going to win the Big East title. Welcome everybody to Blacksburg. We've got a beauty for you today. It's the 20th ranked West Virginia Mountaineers against the 17th ranked Hokies of Virginia Tech.
Hokies, Black, total of 7 kicks this season, including 4 punts. Here they come. Taylor blocks it. There's another block. It's picked up, and the Hokies are going to score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Ricky Hall. And the Hokies do it again. Swope is the deep back. He gets the call. Now they fake it. Bulger runs, gives it to Wes Hours. Got a couple of blockers to the 10, to the 5, to the 2-yard line. First and goal, West Virginia. West Hours, a surprise start today.
Run 5, 6, 7 misdirections per game.
Sprint draw left side, Jaraway, England, touchdown West Virginia. Amos Jaraway. Al Clark in the Hokies' first home game since a couple of weeks ago when they were just a major upset. The hands up tempo, deep down the sideline, got a man there. Touchdown, it's Harrison. And Virginia Tech goes back in front. Thornton, Stills, and Forbes were there on that sack. 3rd and 22 at the 36. Clark going for it all. Got a man down the sideline. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Ricky Hall. And pass to Ivy, his second 26 yards on the afternoon. Fake it to Zaraway. Trying to get it to the... And it's picked off. Tip ball, Michael Hawks comes up with it. Another turnover, another takeaway by Virginia Tech.
Pac-10, Oregon, and Arizona, first quarter. Keith Smith getting the start for Zona, opening drive for the Cats. Over the middle to a wide-open Brad Brennan. Look at the moves Brennan will use. Smith was 8 of 10, 166 yards. This one a 48-yard touchdown. Arizona a 7-0 lead. 10-3 early in the 3rd. Arizona's ground game breaking it open. Look at Trung Canady. Watch the hole. Untouched. 71 yards and he'll go. Wildcats score touchdowns on their first 4 second-half possessions and go on to win it easily. 180 yards on 17 carries for Canady.
Third down play for the Bulldogs. Carter's got his man Small. And Small is stopped short, then the ball is fumbled. And it looks like Florida's got it. The Gators have recovered it. What a huge play by Florida's defense. They advance that 17-point lead. The give is to Capel on the end around. He throws it back to McGriff. Doug Johnson is open at the goal line, and he pulls it in for the touchdown. There's razzle-dazzle at his finest. There's a trick for you on Halloween. Now just a minute later there at the 20 of Florida. He wants to get Larry Brown the ball, and Tony George has it for Florida. George stepped in front of the Georgia tight end and picked it off at the 10-yard line.
You are looking live at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, where the Cornhuskers have been unbeaten through 47 straight games. 2nd down and 9. Applewhite, good protection, got a man wide open, touchdown Texas! All alone in the end zone is Derek Lewis. Rudge brings it down to the left and breaks into the secondary. Touchdown, Nebraska! Their first lead of the game, a 37-yard run for Eric Crutch. brings it. And he is fumbled. Texas recovers. Texas recovered at the 4-yard line. Donald McCowan. Steps away, fires, far side, White again, and he's got it. White has made another big play. Out of bounds around the 25-yard line to keep Texas alive. Blocker Brown to the right. Now they send Williams out in motion over to the left side of the field as a wide receiver. Applewhite's going to throw on third down. Rolling, tossing, diving, touchdown, Texas! He caught it! Wayne McGarity, a diving catch.
At the Rose Bowl facing Stanford. Stanford taking control of the ball game in shocking fashion. Third quarter, 17-14. Option quarterback Randy Fasani, his only play at quarterback, and he makes it count. Touchdown toss to Russell Stewart, 24-14. 10 points, the biggest deficit UCLA has faced all year. Fourth quarter, Stanford the ball up 24-24. Cade McNown waiting impatiently, and his defense comes up big, and so did the crowd, forcing Cardinal quarterback Todd Husak to burn all 3 timeouts in a minute 15 worth of play. Stanford coach Tyrone Willingham didn't like it. Late in the fourth, same score. The Heisman candidate McNown showing why he's that. The Bruins on a reverse to Danny Farmer. Look at a great block by McNown, springing Farmer 32 yards to the 18. 4 plays later, first and goal from the 8. Freshman Deshaun Foster skids the Rookie of the Year. First lead of the game for UCLA, 28-24. Willingham concerned. Stanford's next possession, 3rd and 19 at the 41. The Cardinal brilliant on third down. Durrani Pitts over the middle, muscling his way for the first down. Stanford was 15 for 20 on third downs for the game. Same drive, 1st and 10. Husak, he's looking for Jeff Allen. Will it be the winning touchdown? Hold everything. The referees say no, and watch a great call. Marcus Anderson stripping Allen just before he scores. UCLA recovers in the end zone for the touchback. Husak can't believe it. UCLA needs to run out the clock on a third down. Keith Brown doesn't quite get to the marker. The Cardinal will get one more shot on offense. 3rd and 10 from the 45. They love third down. Husak, incomplete, but hold everything. We've got a flag. We've got defensive holding. We've got a very upset Bob Toledo. Stanford, a first down and new life. Next play, Husak back to throw. 10 seconds. Trevor Turner with the sack. Stanford can't stop the clock, and Cade McNown and UCLA hang on. The title hopes remain by the skin of their teeth. The nation's longest win streak is now a school record 17 straight games. We'll have to see if such a near miss against an opponent without a conference win makes UCLA drop in the poll.
Hosting K-State early first quarter. Talk about your big hit. Zach Wegner, sandwiched. Wegner would leave the game with a gash on his finger and a concussion, his second concussion in 2 weeks, and that the Jayhawks day in a nutshell. Another look here. Kansas 33 rushes for 3 yards on the...
It's November time in college football. Big game time with big-time rewards, and almost always some of those big games played in the big house at Michigan.
They have not given up a touchdown in the first quarter this season.
3rd down, 11 for Michigan. Pressure coming. Gets it away. He's got his man wide open. Aaron Shea, touchdown. Still looking for some of that speed that was lost when he had the knee reconstruction. Pressure coming from the backside. Fumble. The ball is rolling on the ground. The scramble is on, and Michigan has it. James Hall looped around and got to him, and the Wolverines have made a huge break for themselves. Harris and Saramelli lined up in the backfield. It's Harris. He didn't make it.
And the thinking is, we've got this great play. If it doesn't work, you leave them down there on the 2-yard line.
Brady throws it. Ty Streets catches it. Touchdown. There's a penalty flag.
It's going to be on Macklin.
At that guard spot on 3rd down and goal. Thomas. There's your touchdown.
Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler present Big 12 football.
6-2 Colorado Buffaloes and the 6-2 Missouri Tigers. Missouri, he held on. Brandon Ford, his first career touchdown. Oh, and intercepted. This is Carlos Posey. He's flat gone. No flag. Touchdown, Missouri.
They could bring a haymaker here of a knockout punch, leading by 10. Devin West territory. Up and over, touchdown, Missouri.
That's his 16th rushing touchdown of the season. 16 times. Woo, that's big.
Taking place in Chestnut Hill, third quarter action. Game tied at 17. 3rd and 7 for Notre Dame. Jarius Jackson to Malcolm Johnson, but did he get his foot in? It's ruled a touchdown. Bob Davie and the Irish take a touchdown lead, 24-17. Early 4th quarter, Jackson scrambling around. Finally finds Johnson behind the defenders. 68 yards down to the 27. Jackson 10 of 21, 210 yards. Autry Denson would punch it in to put the Irish up 31-20. A minute 7 left, 4th quarter. Notre Dame with only 10 men on the field. Dedrick DeWalt wide open over the sidelines. Tom O'Brien mad because his team didn't snap it in time. 20 seconds left. Mike Cloud, the second leading rusher in the country, stuffed at the goal line. Cloud had 141 yards. So 4th and goal. Cloud gets the call again, and he's stuffed. Deke Cooper calling it my most important tackle. And the Irish hang on to win it 31-26 to the disbelief of Tom O'Brien and the Eagles.
The Yellow Jackets are idle today. They have beaten Virginia. So that's how it looks as we head down the stretch in the Atlantic Coast Conference race.
Florida State with a first down at the 21-yard line after the missed field goal. Chris Weinke pump fakes, wants to go deep left sideline. Peter Warwick got it in stride. He's gone. 79-yard touchdown. Just outside the 2. Got a power eye set in there. And they're in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. So the ground game has tied it up. 2nd down and a long one. Just outside the 28-yard line. Again, Wilkins crosses the field. And Brooks wants to throw. Had it tipped. And intercepted. Picked off by Dexter Jackson going the other way. Jackson still on his feet unless he stepped out of bounds, but the Seminoles have got it back. For situations just like this. 2 tight ends. Let's see if they push it in with a quarterback sneak. Touchdown. At the 8-yard line. Brooks throws on the run. Touchdown, Virginia. Thomas Jones, a receiver this time, instead of out of the backfield as a running back. And he's got it back to 21-13. 3rd down and goal just outside the 1. Minor, the lone setback with 2 tight ends. Travis to the end zone. Touchdown.
From Tennessee, doing a great job with Tennessee's T. Martin as the offensive coach of the year.
Cheney, touchdown. For the last 2 years. Look no further than that for West Virginia's incentive. As 17th ranked Syracuse comes calling on the fifth from Morgantown. 2nd and 11. Stills with pressure. Got him complete. That's low at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Hit on a swivel by Mark Folger.
And here comes the reverse. Zeroway at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Amos.
3rd down. They need to take it to the 11 of West Virginia.
McNabb for the end zone, got him open. Touchdown, Kevin Johnson.
They practiced this week. Second and goal. Pitch to Zeraway. Brings it back into the middle. He's at the 2, at the 1. Touchdown, Amos. Play action. He's got a man wide open. At the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, David Saunders. McNabb looks at a blitz, goes to the end zone. He had him open and he missed him.
Fourth-ranked UCLA battling the Beavers of Oregon State. Second quarter, 10-7 UCLA. Cade McNown to Ryan Newfield. One of 4 TD tosses for McNown. UCLA up 17-7. They led at 17-10 at the half. Third quarter, tied at 17. Oregon State driving. Jason Dandridge, great game for him, 33 yards here, 16 carries, 130 yards on the game. Beavers up 24-17. UCLA coming back. Little chicanery. McNown to Jermaine Lewis. Back to McNown. All the way down to the 4. UCLA would later score to tie it at 24. Oregon State now down 31-24. Late fourth quarter. From the 3, it's Dandridge. His third TD of the game. That evens the ball game at 31. Bob Toledo, well, a bit concerned. Closing minutes still tied. UCLA ball. McNown looking for Danny Farmer. Nice slide and grab, set up a field goal. UCLA up 34-31. McNown threw for 377 yards. After a bad kickoff by UCLA, it's Jonathan Smith to Greg Ainsworth. Smith threw for 323 yards. 4 plays later, Jose Cortez for a 28-yard field goal, and he nails it. That ties it at 34. After a bad kickoff, though, by OSU, UCLA, 21 seconds to go from their own 39. McNown, how in the world could he be so open? Brad Melsby, his only catch of the game, a 61-yard TD. UCLA goes ahead. They win it 41-34, surviving a major scare for the second straight week.
You are looking live at Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. The November weather is starting to change, but the red-hot Buckeyes are a 4-touchdown favorite over Michigan.
Yards a game, and he's already rushed for 31 on 3 carries. Blocking this time, middle, Lumpkin wide open. Touchdown, Ohio State. John Lumpkin, 41 yards, and the tight end puts the Buckeyes back ahead again. They need 7 yards for a fresh set of downs. Burke snaps to the middle, picked off, intercepted, touchdown Buckeyes, Damon Moore, they won't get close. To less than 2 yards a carry. Burke fires over Plummer, dive, Lavell's got it in the corner, and touchdown Michigan State. A beautiful catch by Lavelle Richardson. That's his first touchdown catch of the season. And Michigan State has gained more yards than Ohio State. Hard to believe. One-on-one, gonna try Burris again against Winfield. Got it this time. Jump ball, and Michigan State wins it this time. It'll be Irvin picking his way. Touchdown! Michigan State ties Ohio State. With 14:20 to go. High formation. Jermaine moves the pocket hard to the right under pressure. There's Peterson again. Fumble! Ball is loose. Spartans go for it. They've got it at the 20-yard line. Josh Shaw with his second recovery of the day. And it was Peterson who tore it loose again. The third time he has forced a fumble. Here is 4th down. And Jermaine takes it deep, throws Miller, intercepted. Hill's got it. Ronaldo Hill. 1:12 to kill on the clock as Ronaldo Hill picks off the pass intended for D. Miller. And the Buckeye fans in Columbus are stunned. The biggest win of Nick Saban's coaching career. And heartache for John Cooper and the Buckeyes. There will be no Tempe, Arizona on the night of January 4th for Ohio State.
But Kansas State has waited 12 months for this opportunity. Instead of people saying, can you win this game, they're saying, how bad are you going to kill Nebraska? Expect the unexpected. Nebraska upsets Kansas State.
Boo! Boo! How in the world can you pick Nebraska?
You're a Kansas State team. What are you going with this time? Uh-oh.
Willie the Wildcat! Willie the Wildcat is a big win! Go Kansas State!
Lee Corso says Big Red is dead.
They better hurry. They're going to either run the option or the fade. There it comes.
That's Bishop. He's in there.
Crouch with a lot of time, lets it go, and it is
caught it.
Caught the ball. Kenny Cheatham reached up one-handed and reeled it in for a touchdown. Holy cow.
Unbelievable.
Play clock ticking down to 2 to get it off. Bishop throws. That's McDonald. Touchdown. Backer went back there and made that tumbling interception. And now Bishop sends Murphy to the line of scrimmage with the ball, and he loses it. And here goes Nebraska the other way. Ralph Brown, and they will not catch him. And just like that, a bolt of lightning.
You got the.
And they shift Makovicka out of the backfield. And back goes Crouch to throw. He's got a man.
Touchdown.
Sheldon Jackson, the tight end, had broken free. 9 seconds as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Low snap. He got some room over there. Comes back into the end zone. Touchdown, McDonald. Perhaps all of that is at hand. 4th and 9 for Nebraska. Pressure coming. They got him. That's a face mask. That is a face mask, wasn't it?
The referee had his hand on his flag and didn't throw it.
Must not have been. Must have got him with a shoulder pad. Travis Oaks.
He was looking to the umpire for help, but whatever. Frank Soley just saying, what about the face mask? Let's take a look.
Here comes Oaks.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
$111,000, maybe the largest crowd ever to watch football in the United States, as Wisconsin visits.
Already affected a handful of plays, and we're still first quarter. Samuel with time to go deep, looking for Chambers. Open, got it. Chased by William Peterson, who can't catch it. Touchdown, Chambers, 80 yards. That is incredible for the number 4 overall defense in the country, starting 4 guys who didn't have scholarships when they arrived in Madison. Brady bumping once to the back of the end zone, and a leaping catch by Jeremy Tooman. Here is Anthony Thomas, huge hole. Only Doring can get him. He doesn't get it. Touchdown, Anthony Thomas, 59 yards. Thomas with a dive for the pylon, and he got there. Touchdown number 2 today for Anthony Thomas. With a piece by Ray. Here's 3rd and goal from the 6. Samuel in big trouble, can't get rid of it. Josh Williams, James Hall, combining to sack Samuel.
Twice. Kavanaugh hit as he delivered by Whitley right into the waiting hands of James Hall.
Station, Texas. Temperature in the mid-50s, and the forecast, unfortunately, is for more rain. And they need a full yard, maybe a yard and a half. Jones on a keeper. He'll have the first down. Touchdown. You got it. Touchdown, Missouri. They were all bunched up, and Corby Jones took it, and that toe is very, very healthy. Touchdown, Aggies. Jones, touchdown. Wow. Dwayne Blakely all alone. Now, do you go for one or two?
No, you
get
tie it up.
The tie. Means they probably have to get an extra 15, 20, maybe even more than that in terms of yardage.
Ryan Long has already missed the chip shot.
Leckler got some heat. Low line drive. Potter lost the football. The Aggies have it at the +30.
What an excellent effort right there by Rodriguez. He knocked the blocker back into the return man, and the ball came free.
Bynum's career long is 43 yards. This is 39. Good snap, good hold. Oh, yeah. And he got it. Russell Bynum, the sophomore from Lamar, Texas, has given the Aggies the lead.
Better get elevation, Drew, because the longer the field goal, usually you drive the football. This is potentially blockable. Let's see if you can get it up. No.
And that is that. The Aggies survive, make it 10 in a row.
Moore forces him up, and that enables Engelberger to get blocked. And a touchdown! It's what they do so well, Charlie. That's their 10th of the season. The 10th block kick for Virginia Tech.
That's Johnson in the backfield now.
Stanford reverse.
Oh, the reverse. Maurice Jackson at the 20. Fumbles the ball.
Lauren Johnson's got it. And in a foot race, Johnson has touchdown. What a weird play that was. What a weird play.
Vodtech inside the 20. They buckle up their chin straps, don't they? They're going to throw for it. To Stephen Brominski from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Orange are back in it. 50-pound fullback, a 252-pound blocking back, and a 203-pound running back. And that's Brown, who now is in a slot to the right. And in motion to the left. Conrad. His 8th touchdown of the season, and the Orange has come all the way back and taken the lead, 22-21.
And Charlie, they come up with a 2 tight end, 1 wide receiver. You know Kevin Johnson's going to get double teamed.
The last play of the game. McNabb throwing the other way for the tight end, Brominski.
Wow. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Lubbock, Texas. Hey, let me see your ID. Third quarter, Texas Tech leads 2014. Major Applewhite finds Wayne McGarity, 31 yards scored. Texas leads 21-20. Move to the fourth. Same score. Texas's Ricky Williams, 11 yards, cruises in. His 71st career touchdown. Horns lead by 8. We're tied now at 28. When the other Ricky Williams fakes the reverse, goes 12 yards for the score. Tex leads 35-28. Longhorns coming right back. Applewhite to McGarity in the corner. McGarity's 4th touchdown catch of the game. We are tied at 35, under a minute to go. Tech driving. Rob Peters finds a wide open Kyle Alleman. Alleman 35 yards down to the 3. First and goal. Tech on the 3 on the next play. Peters calls his own number. Touchdown. Spike Dykes' wife is happy. Hey, who's she hugging there? Texas Tech wins it. 42-35, the final in the Battle of the Rickies. Tech's junior out-rushing the Texas senior 148 yards to 141. The Longhorns' Williams, though, becomes the second player in 1A history to break the 6,000-yard mark for his career. He is still 63 yards shy of breaking Tony Dorsett's rushing record.
CBS Sports welcomes you to Knoxville, where a light rain is falling on the mammoth crowd of more than 107,000. The Tennessee Volunteers take the field.
So now Clint Sterner has him second and 11. Has not been a great red zone team. Below the national average in scoring touchdowns. Here comes Sean Ellis. Sterner throws, caught. Emmanuel Smith breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Arkansas! Lead 7-0, and the Hogs begin the second quarter with 2nd and 11 from their own 38-yard line. Clint Sterner throwing the one-on-one coverage. What a catch by Lucas! Anthony Lucas down the sideline, and he scores! Second and 7. Play action fake on the bootleg. It's Sterner throwing on the run, and it is caught for a touchdown. Anthony Lucas. First and goal at the 4, the #1 team in the nation. Down by 14 points for the second time today. Trying to get within a touchdown. Will Bartholomew now. The fullback leading the way for T. Martin. Touchdown! Arkansas will punt after the timeout. Chris Aiken is the punter. High snap over his head by Benji Mahan, and alertly booted through the back of the end zone by Chris Aiken. Flags fly. Benji Mahan is the snapper, and Aiken had no chance. Tennessee 5 out of 6 on 4th down this year. This is huge, 4th down and 9. Perhaps the season hanging in the balance. Martin zips it over the middle, and complete. Broken up by David Barrett, intended for Peerless Price. Call it 12 to go for the first down. Sterner lost the football! Oh my goodness! He stumbled and fumbled, and Billy Ratliff recovered!
Clint Sterner comes out away from center, and it looks like Brandon Bullsworth, number 77, the big guard, tripped him up.
Bartholomew remains in the game. Bryson joins him in the backfield this time. Henry up and over. Touchdown, Tennessee! Philip Fulmer. On a cloudy night in Knoxville, played under his lucky stars. They were very fortunate to escape with a victory over this devastated Arkansas team.
Brigham Young and Utah. Hey, you know what? We played for keeps in the Beehive boot. Slobber knocker on BYU's Ronnie Jenkins. 4th quarter, Utah leading
26-17. Daniel Jones fields the punt. Actually, BYU was leading 26-17, and Jones, you know you're supposed to put your heels on the 10 and not go backwards. Well, he did, and it paid off. 95 yards. Got to be sound in a kicking game. You can't let returns break like that. 9 seconds left. Utah for the win. Ryan Kaneshiro. Oh! Hit the post. Hit the post. Utah thinks they've won this thing, but BYU had some divine intervention, and it was swatted away. Val Edwards and the Cougars hang on to win it 26-24.
Arkansas and Mississippi State from Starkville. Bulldogs lead 19-14 in the third quarter, and Arkansas's Clint Sterner finds Anthony Lucas down the sideline, and Lucas makes it look easy, 29 yards. Arkansas leads 21-19. Fourth quarter, 21-19 Razorbacks. State's ball when Wade Matkin hits Chris Rainey, and the ball pops out. Arkansas's Kenoy Kennedy comes up with it. First down for Arkansas. Or was it? Watch this again. Ball bounces forward, and Kennedy appears to have the ball with his knee down inbounds, but as he kept sliding, the ball comes loose. Ruled he did not have possession. Houston Nutt not very happy with that call. 2 minutes left in the game, 3rd and 18 for Mississippi State. Matkin under heavy pressure escapes and finds Kelvin Love. Love going for the first down. He got it. Barely. Same drive. 4th and 15. Arkansas feeling good. Matkin under pressure. He'll look for Kevin Cooper in the middle. And Cooper, 18 yards and a first down at the Arkansas 32. Razorback bench, they're stunned. Mississippi State's Brian Hazelwood warms up for a chance to be your hero. 10 seconds left in the game. Matkin can't watch. He's nervous. 27-yard field goal by Hazelwood. It's good. Matkin loves the sound of it, and Hazelwood loved the way it looked. The goalposts come down. Watch this guy reach up on the right corner. Whoa! That's an injury waiting to happen. 22-21, Mississippi State is victorious. 16th ranked Oregon at Oregon State. It's called the Civil War. We go right to the fourth quarter. Tied at 24, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Achilles Smith looking and throwing to Tony Hartley. 28 yards for a touchdown. Oregon takes a 31-24 lead. On Oregon State's next possession, 2nd 1 on the 30. Jonathan Smith to Tim Alexander. Alexander twists and turns and breaks free. 30 yards for the touchdown. And the crowd goes nuts. The Beavers tie the game at 31. We go to overtime. Oregon State going first in OT. And Jonathan Smith hands off to Ken Simonton. And Simonton 1 yard for the touchdown. And Mike Riley's squad leads 38-31. Now Oregon's chance. 4th down and 13. Achilles Smith finding Tony Hartley. But it's incomplete. The fans assume Oregon State has won the game, and they rush to the field. But there was a late flag on the play. And the referee calls the defensive pass interference. Watch it again. A very questionable call, but the referee's call does stand. Oregon gets a first down and a 15-yard penalty. Now 3rd and goal, and Achilles Smith in trouble. Lobs one to Jed Weaver. Mike Bellotti says go for 1. The Ducks tied at 38. We go to overtime. Achilles Smith in the 2nd overtime looking to Hartley, but Mika Moore breaks up the pass. Ducks settle for a field goal and lead 41-38. Now Jonathan Smith hands off to Ken Simonton, and Simonton breaks free up the sideline. 16 yards for a touchdown. He had 157 yards and 4 touchdowns.
We start this traditional day at the Horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, for the 95th game between the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Wiley with the pitch. Got a block from Keller. Gets around the corner. Look out! It's a foot race. He's gone. Touchdown, Ohio State. No flags. Matt Keller, the first big block. Ben Gilbert opened the door, and have a nice trip, Michael. Jermaine back. Going to the end zone. Touchdown, D. Miller. Offense remains quiet, and they'll have to punt it. Vinson gets it's blocked. Buckeyes have a shot at this one, and it's finally picked up, and they're going to call the ball down back at the 20. They're going to call it down at the 20. Derek Ross. 2nd down and 5.
Jermaine's pass caught by Boston. Good for a first down. He got away. He scores. Penalty flag as he canters into the end zone. Big one down the middle. Boston's there. Touchdown. No flags. Fourth and 5 at 6:25 to play. Intercepted. Plummer. So in a series of 3 plays, Ahmed Plummer is mighty tall.
Kitchen getting closer and closer to his own end zone. Another beauty. Backing Davis inside his 20. Davis at midfield. Nick Davis will take this one all the way for Wisconsin. 81 yards. Also 3 on first down. Samuel again looking deep for Chambers, and this time he hangs on. Touchdown, Chris Chambers. 26 yards, 13-0. The leading receiver out of Lancaster, PA, junior. Got out last year for his academics. Good weapon this year. Here's McCoo trying off tackle. Ball is loose and picked up again by the Badgers. John Favre comes up with the fumble recovery. From the 1. Run it the other way with Samuel keeping for the touchdown. Last play of the game, McCoo. The celebration is on in Madison. For the first time ever, Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, sold out days in advance for this one. Better than 68,000 on hand to watch the #1 Kansas State Wildcats be tested today by the Missouri Tigers, their arch rival. Michael Bishop out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side. Bishop on the run. Throws to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown. Gavin Parise with the catch.
2 tight ends. They're trying to go with a power formation. They've been best on the corners.
2nd and goal. Jones under pressure. Wanted to throw. Now he's going to run. Stretches out to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown.
They've been best on the corners.
You remember what we told you about Missouri leading at halftime every game this year, trying to do it again. Kareem Wise comes down with it. Was he in?
Yes.
Touchdown.
And again, it was over top of Carter.
Frank Murphy now in at tailback for the injured Marlon Charles. They bump in the backfield. The pitch out to Murphy. Trying to get to the end zone. He's going to make it. Touchdown, Kansas State. 1st and 5. Dossman in motion. That's who Jones is looking for. He's there. Touchdown.
Wow.
Second and goal. Murphy hit. Still up. He gets to the ball. Touchdown. The ball squirted loose when he was hit, and Murphy wouldn't give up. You cannot ask an individual to do more than that.
Boy, Missouri had its chance. The ball was loose. Watch this. He takes it off the right tackle, has a lead blocker, but when he's hit, he's stripped. Now look, the ball's in the end zone. Look who's Crab walking after it. Nebraska's last year, that phenomenal miracle play.
Missouri has never beaten a #1 team. Dossman is out there. The pass underthrown, but what a catch. Do you believe it? John Dawson has been spectacular all day long. His 6th catch of the afternoon.
We're 4th and 15, Terry. The offensive line has got to give him time. The receivers have to separate, and they have to know where those first down markers are.
Jones on 4th down. Plenty of time to Dossman over the middle, incomplete. Lamar Chapman on the coverage, and that may do it.
I hate it. I wish it had not have happened. It happened last year, and it set off again. Maybe that'll be the last we see of that.
Well, guys, sometimes a rivalry gets even more bitter when it gets closer.
2nd down and 9 at midfield for Johnson and the Gators. Off the play fake, Green is blocked, got plenty of time, coming deep down the middle, got him, McGriff! Touchdown, Gators! 50 yards, and just like Coach Bowden said, you look up, and baby, sooner or later, somebody gets deep behind a defensive back. 3rd down and 10. Johnson has McGriff on the corner to slip him out. He's got to stay as a blocker. Johnson in trouble, has to run out. Intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sean Key. Hudson converted one, stepping back through the pressure to the middle and then through. Play fake, in trouble. Kearse trying to get free. Fumble! Florida's got a touchdown! Florida's got the football at the bottom of that pile unless it was taken away. Touch! They're going to call it a safety. A safety. Stays at tailback. Warwick is off to Outson's left. And again, they're going to throw it on 1st down. Almost on the deflection. Peter Warwick. 10-yard line. Cuts back. Touchdown. Seminoles. Johnson starts him in motion. Play fake. Blocking holes. Johnson can't find an open man on the scramble. Diving. Interception. Mario Edwards, who picked 4 off a week ago, makes a grab at the 7-yard line. 80,000 plus, an old-fashioned defensive war. 2 schools, a couple 100 miles apart. And here's Warwick again on the end around to throw it deep. Got him! Touchdown, Dugans! Florida State, 46 yards. Peter Warwick, a high school quarterback. For 3 minutes, it's 4th down. Johnson fires, picked off. Intercepted by Darden to the 26-yard line. 1st down for the Noles. A great performance by the Seminoles. And Coach Spurrier dashes out. And now the Noles go to the center of the field and they celebrate on their logo. This day began with the Noles and the Gators exchanging punches.
3rd and goal for the Bulldogs. Johnson again. Touchdown. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun comes Matkins. They rush 5. Will a screen beat the blitz? With DeCenzo Miller. Touchdown! They move some people in because Morris says Joe Lee is sending them. Give me help, boys. Here they come. Up for grab. Intercepted by Eric Daniel. And it is an interception as he lost control after he hit the ground. 2nd interception for the senior Daniel. Paper reports, Birmingham Post-Herald today, talking about how Tuberville will be in Auburn, Alabama tomorrow. That's an interception on the sideline by Tim Nelson. Touchdown! Nelson took the deflection, stayed in bounds, and the Dogs are going to the Dome. at the countdown billboard alongside Interstate 35 in Austin, Texas. Ricky Williams is within 63 yards of Tony Dorsett's all-time rushing record. The weather, perfect. The track, lightning fast. It's Texas A&M and Texas. The stakes are enormous for the Aggies.
11 yards shy of the record. Williams breaks a hole. Williams, hello record book. Ricky Williams runs to the Hall of Fame, cuts back. Ricky Williams, touchdown! 60 yards and the record is his. He does it in dramatic fashion. And a standing ovation for the king of the rushers.
The backs are split and Ricky will go in motion, putting him out as a receiver on the short or right side for Applewhite.
Back to the middle, touchdown, Cavill! A beautiful look off by the Major, who looked in Ricky's direction and then quickly came back on the slant to Cavill. Get down and 10 Aggies. McCown got his tight end, touchdown Aggies! Derek Spiller, his second touchdown of the game, 17 yards. Comes down to 4th and goal for the Aggies, down by 6 points. Parker is the tailback, Toombs in front of him. Simpson is also there. Strength of the formation to the left. They run the option the other way. McCown doubles back toward the end zone, and McCown has got it. McCown for the touchdown, ties it, and the Aggies will go for one in the lead. And the Major steps up, got Ricky in the middle, goes further, got by Cavill. Free at the 25, inside the 20. The Horns are in business. This for a whole season of bragging, one way or the other. And Stockton nails it.
And in moments, things will heat up inside Arizona Stadium, where nearly 58,000 have convened for the 72nd meeting between the two schools.
Ortiz Jenkins remains the quarterback. Tron Kennedy skips by one would-be tackler and now flies through to the 35-40-yard line. Kennedy is gone! And the long touchdown. Arizona State showing run. No play action pass. Keeley downfield. It is caught for the touchdown.
Has let his presence be known. He returned to kickoff a couple years ago, 104 yards for a score against UCLA.
Tron Kennedy, look out! He's going to do it again! 1 for 80, now 1 for 66. Arizona by 15. Arizona State 4th and 9. Keeley drops back over the middle. Touchdown! Todd Heath! 11 seconds away from his 11th win this year and a chance at the Rose Bowl. Kennedy breaks outside. Here he goes. One more for Tron Kennedy. Four-man rush shown by Arizona. Will Deshaun Polk blitz? Yes, he does. Keeley steps up, looks downfield, flips it end zone. Broken up! And for the first time in the school's history, Arizona wins 11 games in one season.
Had to have a win to become bowl eligible. Torrey Holt, when you kick to him, he makes you pay. He backpedals. It's a great punt, but he outkicks the coverage. That gives Holt time to set up the blocks, get to the sideline, scoot down the sideline. Forget about it. 24-10, Tar Heels still in command of the game, but Holt would spark them in the fourth quarter. It's still a 14-point game. Holt gets some nice blocks, and he does the rest. He was actually left off an All-American team this year. Oh,
it's a shame.
He does it all. Wait. He's an All-American. Carl Torbush knows it, and he knows that he's in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, give me that scowl. Into the end zone. On the handoff is Ray Robinson. Ties the game at 31. Then in overtime, NC State kicked a field goal in their possession. Carolina goes for the end zone. Oscar Davenport to Nate Brown for the win in the huge comeback. They clinched the winning season, the 9th straight winning season for the Tar Heels. 18 straight times they have beaten teams from the state of North Carolina. Goes way back to the Chris Keldorf era. Davenport, the successor, had 3 touchdown passes. NC State still headed to the Micron Bowl, but...
And there's the other Uga showing how you give that fair catch signal.
Hamilton, play action, going deep, down the middle.
Right on the button. Touchdown, Campbell.
Gary, and over. Georgia, touchdown. Just inside the 10-yard line, a big burst up the middle. Touchdown, Tech. And it was Burns.
Down.
2 wide receivers set. Hamilton goes the other way. First down. Slices his way past the 35 to the 31. Fumble. And it's going to remain Georgia Tech football.
Nobody home on the backside. Gets by Smart. There's that elusiveness. Oh, he fumbled, Craig. He fumbled that football, and the official said he was down. There is no question about it.
Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up. Good.
Virginia and Virginia Tech today from Blacksburg. Ferguson and Stiff again, the setbacks for Virginia Tech. Stiff with the pitch. Turns the corner, has 5, has 10. He is off. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. 51 yards. Interception number 23 in the year, and Johnson could score. They pushed him out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Intercepted. That's Thweet. And Thweet with a sweet 6. 14 of 26, 237 yards, and the 1 interception by Brooks today. He caught it. Touchdown, Thomas Jones. Pace is on the sideline. They're still a distance from where they need to go to be in field goal range. And with this, they're not going to need it. He is going to walk in for the touchdown, Ahmad Hawkins. Sorensen steps up, going to have to get it away, and it is intercepted by Wally Rayner. Antonio Dingle was applying pressure, and Sorensen got it away, and it went into the hands of the opponent.
While the Irish have won 9 of 10, the Southern California Trojans have won 7 in an up-and-down season.
Notre Dame still has not completed a pass, only attempted 2.
That's the 6th interception on the year.
Palmer keeps it, and touchdown. Bootlegged it in for the 6th. Battle's pass, intercepted. Rashard Cook, second of the night. Boy, he read that one like a book.
He did.
Rounds the man in motion. Battle looks at him and takes off. And he's short of the first down. The Trojans hold and will take over the ball at their own 43 as Mattock and Claiborne combine for the tackle.
It's the battle for the Big East Championship in football in 1998 as number 19 Miami comes to the Carrier Dome to take on number 21 Syracuse. 30 yards on the game for McNabb. First and 10 Syracuse, the Miami 23, the play clock at 1. And the pitch to D. Brown, a sophomore from Altamont Springs, Florida. Inside the 5, touchdown! They have 75 players on scholarship right now. That's 10 under what you're allowed. They will have the full complement of 25 to get out this year. Look out! Kevin Johnson on his way! 99 yards and a touchdown, Syracuse! McIntosh and Sedano the backfield. They're icing Rob Conrad's knee on the bench. McNabb, look out! Brown the lone back. McNabb on the short roll, throws back, man wide open, touchdown, Mike Bennett. His first career reception, and it goes for a touchdown for the junior from Berwick, Pennsylvania. And the Orangemen have won the Big East title outright for the 2nd straight year, and they'll head to a bowl championship series game, in all likelihood the Orange Bowl. While Scott Cummington and the Canes have to get ready for another big game next weekend against UCLA.
But here we go with Chris Hansen keeping it on the fake field goal attempt. Untouched, trickery working. 6-0 Marshall, they would miss the extra point, but back comes Toledo. Chester Taylor has got it down the sideline. Does some great running all the way down to the 1. That would lead to a touchdown. Toledo was up 7-6. Still in the first quarter. Chad Pennington drops back. Linear Washington. Oh, what a grab there. Marshall, though, would miss a field goal try. They were still down 1 at 7-6. Now in the second quarter, Pennington scrambling. Gets elbowed where you don't want to get elbowed.
Where would that be?
He would take a crawl off the field. Somehow he would stay in the game. He played the rest of the way in obvious pain throughout. Nate Poole, touchdown. Marshall's up 13-10. Toledo trying to come back, still down 3. Chris Wallace rolls out. Finds Mike Billick, but Billick fumbles the ball. Dananel Darricott recovers. Touchdown. And Marshall goes on to win by the final score of 23-17.
Later, fourth quarter, BYU up 10-7 on their own 46. Kevin Federick to Tavita Ofahengawe over the middle. Watch the hurdle. Ofahengali. 25-yard gain, keeps the chains moving. Ofahengawe, I tell you. Same drive, second and goal from the 6. Federick is sacked by a blitzing Charlton Warren for a 3-yard loss. On the next play, Federick trying to avoid it, but pulled down again, this time by Travis Meitinger. They'll settle for a field goal to make it 13-7. Air Force down 6, 4 minutes to go in the fourth. On the jailbreak screen, watch Jamal Singleton make a key block and spring Matt Farmer for a 59-yard touchdown. We like good blocking. That's why we have spot shadows. 14-13 Air Force. They tack on one more, and they win the last WAC championship 20-13.
In honor of all my friends back there who says, Corso, pick Miami. No. Pick UCLA. No. Well, I'm doing them a favor. I'm picking UCLA to bomb Sebastian right here. Boom! By 17 points.
Well,
the Hurricane may have postponed the first one scheduled here in Miami, but what a magnificent day this afternoon as you look at the Orange Bowl from high in the sky. Number 3, the Bruins of UCLA taking on the Hurricanes of Miami. Edgerrin James behind the block of Fulcher, has 5, has 10, he's loose. Gets a block downfield, and he will score. 45 yards. McNown, pressure coming again from Ham, and gets it away. Caught for the touchdown, Paulie Dixon.
Ron, I'm going to tell you something. Derek Edgerrin James has forced UCLA's defense not to blitz as much.
James waits for the block at the 5, and he'll score. And UCLA has already scored once, and they have the ball back in good field position at the 39. McNown going to go long, and he's got wide open Paulie Dixon, and he will catch it for the touchdown. We haven't played 4 minutes, and UCLA has got 2 touchdowns on the board. 3rd down and 10. They got to take it to the 49 of Miami. Grieve in motion. Going to go long, got Farmer wide open, and on this side, he's got Mosley wide open for the UCLA touchdown. He had 2 6-pointers. He could make his choice. That's amazing.
Ron, with his attributes, you got to mention many.
This is Davenport. Tries to turn the corner, and he will. Running down the sideline, Davenport. Touchdown, Miami. They finally say pushed it.
Again, missed tackles.
Play action, going to go long. He's got a man open. Santana Moss, and he'll take it the distance. Touchdown, Miami. Fulcher wide open. They throw it to him, and Fulcher will score. He's been a blocker all day long, and this time they moved him in motion and slid him out into the pattern. McNown got him over the middle at the 35-yard line, and still on his feet is Brad Melsby. The ball came loose with the play dead. First down, Miami. 2 turnovers, UCLA. And Bob Toledo is all the way out on the field at the 40.
Exactly the thoughts that's going through Bob Toledo's mind is he's traveled a long way for this ball game. And he has Big East officials. Let's watch the play.
Ball is still in. It is still in. And the ball, 1st and goal, Miami. James, left side, touchdown, Miami.
You have to go up to this one.
All right, let's see. 4 seconds left in the ball game. Miami by 4. This is it. McNown for the end zone. He's got a man there, and it is overthrown. Drew Bennett, the backup quarterback, the intended receiver, and the win streak by the UCLA Bruins has been halted.
Welcome to the Georgia Dome, the Southeastern Conference Championship being played for the 7th time, presented by Dr. Pepper. Keith Jackson, Bob Greasy, Lynn Swan, and our ABC crew here in Atlanta. We've missed a goodly portion of the first fact, we missed all the first quarter. It just ticked away. But we did have a moment of glory for Mississippi State as Robert Bean intercepts a long pass down the middle, and as flags fluttered all over the place, he went 70 yards for a touchdown.
The flags were for offensive interference. Both teams had the ball 3 times. Bean, who has intercepted 4 balls on the season already, is going to run this one back for a touchdown to put the Bulldogs up 7-0 going into the second quarter. And they're an outstanding offense because of the offensive line.
Second down and goal from the 3. Tailback again, dives for the goal line. Stevens, touchdown. The Volunteers will punt again. It'll be the 9th punt of the ball game for David Leverton.
This might be Mississippi State's best chance to score on a punt return right here.
Prentice from the 18. He's still alive. He's gone. It's a foot race down the sidelines, and it is lightning has struck. I don't see a flag anywhere. The ball is at the 41-yard line. First down for Tennessee. Air under it to the end zone. Touchdown. Price. First down, Mississippi State. Wayne Matkin back in there at quarterback. Rainey is the tailback. Matkin is sacked. Fumbles, picked up. Tennessee's got it. Fumbles, picked up by Tennessee. And now the Volunteers control the ball up at the 26-yard line. It was Corey Terry, number 22, that knocked the ball out. And now with 5:55 to play in the ball game, Tennessee sticks it in for another 6. You might hear the door slam. Martin looking toward the corner of the end zone. It is touchdown, Cedric Wilson. And it's over. The Tennessee Volunteers have defeated Mississippi State 24-14 to win their second successive SEC championship.
You are looking live at the famous arch alongside the mighty Mississippi in St. Louis. Today in the Trans World Dome, more than 65,000 will watch the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship. The unbeaten Wildcats of Kansas State taking on Texas A&M. And the BCS computer standings underline the importance. K-State must climb to 1 or 2 to make the Title Bowl. Yeah, and the Wildcats making mistakes. Now Bishop's got a wide open man. The tight end Swift, touchdown! K-State, 16 yards. One of the line coaches. First down and 10. Here's the Bishop on the drop. Everybody covered, so he just pulls it back and waits, and now goes long and got his big play receiver. Touchdown, McDonald. 66 yards. Let the celebration begin in the Little Apple. K-State's cheering section making as much noise as they possibly can. Straight ahead into the end zone for the Aggies. Touchdown! Jamar Toombs. And there's only 4 seconds left on the 25-second clock. Quarterback draw. Bishop slips free, reaches end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Third down and 10. Brandon Stewart going right side. High, got it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Leroy Hodge, the junior flanker, 13 yards. Trailing by 8. And Stewart. Short drop deflected. K-State ball. They're 3:26 away from playing for the championship. as Damian McIntosh, number 77, deflects the forward pass. Looking at a 3rd and 6. They've got a timeout left. They want the ball back. Want to force the punt. Bishop will try to run for it. Bishop, fumble! It is a first down. Aggies have got it. Bishop fumbles. Cornelius Anthony wraps it up.
Again, watch where the ball is, where Bishop is carrying the ball. He's on the draw play. There's Anthony. He misses him there. Here comes the shot from the side by Holdman, 43. And now Cornelius Anthony with his 4th fumble recovery of the year.
From the 9-yard line. Short drop, got Parker, slant, got it, touchdown! 2 points away from a tie at the 105 mark of regulation.
That was the same play they tried to make on the last 2-point conversion try. When
Hodge is in the slot, and now Parker will join him in motion. Stewart's got him in, he's got him, it's tied with 1:05 to go. Unless. Here's Bishop. Sprinting out of trouble, going to throw it deep down the middle. Got his receivers clustered. Jump ball, loose cut, but over. Cut short of the goal line, but the game ends as Everett Burnett, a St. Louis youngster, pulls it down, but 2 yards short of glory. The young man from Argentina who is 3 of 3. Played 1 year of high school football in Florida. Nails another one. And Kansas State goes ahead in the second overtime by 3. Stewart has a slot to his left. Using Parker in motion, and Butler takes him. They'll look for Parker on a quick hit. Hook, touchback, 10, 5, in zone, out of bounds. Touchdown, touchdown, got it, touchdown. The Aggies upset Kansas State. Sir Parker, and ladies and gentlemen, it was close down there in the corner. He was reaching for the pylon as they were pushing him out. As Texas A&M storms into the Nokia Sugar Bowl or the FedEx Orange Bowl. How do you like that?
In the meantime, heartbreak for UCLA and also for Kansas State, and all the numbers we've crunched, all the hours of lost sleep. Our researchers, Brad and Chris, spent working out these numbers week by week by week. Who's going to win? Margin of victory if there's 3 unbeatens. Well, the old guard's kind of laughing today and saying, I told you so. The computer said all along we wouldn't have 3 unbeatens. Tennessee, of course, and Florida State headed for the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. Kansas State, interestingly, does not move one bit in the BCS standings. There were 3 coming into the loss. They come out 3. Ohio State, that had to raise some eyebrows in Columbus, and UCLA drops down to number 5. So,
it's the Big 12 versus the Big 10. Kansas State taking on Purdue here at the Alamo Dome. Into the field. That's the reason Breeze is having to come up. Blitz right up the middle. Looking, delivers, touchdown, and he's got Chris Daniels. Here comes the blitz again. Got a man and caught at the 5, and touchdown Jones. Parise, number 87, comes in at wide receiver. Ball is fumbled. It's in the end zone. Touchdown, David Nugget. Nugent. David Nugent with the touchdown. First down from the 13-yard line. Bishop, deep retreat, pumps it. Going long, got a man open. And McDonald makes the catch. Flag goes down, but he will score it easily from 87 yards. Let's call it 88 yards. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown Swift. Throwing a block and being called for a clip. Breeze lobs it for the end zone. Got him there. Touchdown, Isaac Joe. Bishop runs up into the pocket. 2 seconds down to 1. Gets his pass away. And it is going to be intercepted. John Reeves with the interception is knocked out of bounds. And this one is over. And Joe Tiller gets a cool bath. And this is an excited Purdue football team.
Liberty Bowl has got an undefeated team. The BYU Cougars against number 10 Tulane. They are not in Parchman's range. Federic. Picked off. Michael Jordan. He's 30. He's 10. He'll score. 79 yards. 3rd and goal. King escapes. He's in. Touchdown, Tulane. Caught. Kerwin Cook. Touchdown.
Ridge, it's down on the bottom to the left side of the screen. A half roll to the right and throwback to Kerwin Cook. He gets man-to-man coverage, and he beats it. Chris Selfo for backing away and letting the team play.
And letting the assistants coach. Converse is in. Touchdown. 12-0. The Green Wave defeating BYU in the AXA Equitable Liberty Bowl.
One of sports' most famous venue, the Rose Bowl, matching the Wisconsin Badgers of the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins of the Pac-10. The state of Wisconsin, skilled people, that's a problem in recruiting. This ball goes to the outside, and on the way, it's Ron Dane. The big guy can travel. It's touchdown, Wisconsin. Jermaine Lewis checks into the backfield now, number 23 for the Bruins. Double wide, top of the picture, and McNown throw it this way. Pass is caught. Good for the first down to Lewis. Lewis is loose. He scores. That's Martin going in motion. He showed you a while ago he can catch it, but they give it a Dane. Look at him get in behind those big old guys. Going to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown. Casey Raybock
is the head coach.
Comes. Here's Mitchell. Pitch back to him, and Mitchell lets it go, and he's got a man wide open, Durell Price. And Price is on his way. Touchdown.
Now, the other left-hander.
Who's from up the road here in Santa Maria. Yeah.
At the University of Washington.
Yep. On time, going big. End zone, Farmer. Touchdown. Danny Farmer. That's the first tackle for a loss today for UCLA. There goes Dane. See the difference? Touchdown! Cecil Martin leading, Dane following, that big old line rumbling, and he's in the end zone. Ron Dane is back. Has it. Look at that. Look at that. Would you believe it? Touchdown, Wisconsin. What a great move behind the line of scrimmage by that big 255-pounder. It's Freddie Mitchell at the top of the picture. Into the middle goes Jermaine Lewis. Touchdown. Gets it away. Intercepted by Jamar Fletcher. He's got a convoy. Touchdown. Third touchdown off and pass interception this season. And his 7th on the year. 4th and 3. 1:07 to play. It's going to be McNown. There's nobody behind him. He pumps it and he's hit and put down behind the line of scrimmage by Wendell Bryant, number 77. He's welcomed as one of theirs. And now the game is 5 seconds from being over, and the Wisconsin Badgers have defeated the UCLA Bruins by a score of 38-31.
A sea of orange and blue for this one tonight. It's the Orangemen of Syracuse and the Gators of Florida in the 65th FedEx Orange Bowl Classic. And a first down just inside the 49. Johnson to the air. Plenty of time. Long ball, man open. Got him at the 20. It's Travis Taylor. Touchdown. Doug Johnson off to a perfect start.
Yeah, I think 5 for 5 for 113 on a TD is pretty good.
Here's another one. The fade to Taylor. He makes the catch. It's 6 for 6, and it's another 6. Touchdown, Florida. 13th play of the drive, the second one with a new quarterback who's back to throw, crossing pattern, touchdown, the tight end Aaron Kinney. Palmer's 1 for 1. I think the Bears would be licking their chops with their pick, wouldn't they?
I think so too.
Native of the Chicago area, got his team a first down to pick up a 14 on that scramble out to the 34-yard line. Now he drops back and goes long, but it's intercepted by Tony George. Underthrown, intended for McIntosh.
Intended for.
The receivers are waiting, but finally the big uns come up there in front of Palmer. Third down and a foot. There's the sneak Gary talked about. There's the Florida touchdown. Florida from the outset controlled this game. Steve Spurrier, a winning quarterback in the 67 Orange Bowl, a winning coach in the 99 Orange Bowl. And tonight his team dominates pretty much throughout the ball game.
You are looking live at the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. The Nokia Sugar Bowl tonight matches Ohio State of the Big Ten against Texas A&M.
Back in it, tail for Texas A&M. Coming again. Sprints past the 5. Going for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A 9-yard burst by Dante Hall. The Buckeyes better strap it up real tight, folks. Game together as a unit for the Bucks. Lumpkin now the H-man. Jermaine stands tall. Touchdown, Germany. Penalty flag thrown by the line judge on the near side.
Holding.
So Reggie, Germany.
Here comes Montgomery again. Pounding, wouldn't be stopped. Touchdown, Ohio State leads for the first time on a 10-yard bolt. Blocked, Swirl, touchdown, Ohio State. Just like that, the Buckeyes with their third touchdown of the game. Kevin Griffin, the captain of the special teams. Stewart got Hodge. Hodge, end zone, Aggies, touchdown. Beautifully crafted play. Defensive line that is not giving Stewart a whole lot of time back there. Play action and hit and down. Hit by the big cat, rolling in. Delayed blitz over to him. That's a lateral, and the Bucks jump it. Ohio State recovers the lateral. Jerry Rudzinski. Ohio State winds up 11-1. They will play in the Kickoff Classic next year against Miami. Dat win closes out one of the greatest college careers in the history of Texas A&M. 24-14, Ohio State.
It is a soft desert evening in Tempe, Arizona, in the great American Southwest. As the fields are being cleared now, the combat is at hand. The Warriors have arrived and will burst forth into the great arena in just a moment. The Florida State Seminoles will be the visiting team, and they'll be wearing the white shirts. And here come the Seminoles. (11-1) on the year. Atlantic Coast Conference champions. They won a national championship this decade. 1993. They won it despite a loss to Miami. This year, Bobby Bowden's team had a loss at NC State. The opposition, the Tennessee Volunteers, number 1, 12-0. SEC champions for a second consecutive year. The last consensus national championship for Tennessee was 1951. Bartholomew and Henry in the backfield for Tennessee now. Martin back to throw it, pumps it, now lets it go, and he's got a man. He's complete to Peerless Price. Big play for Price. He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Run down by Sean Key.
That's what you got to do. You got to attack him on the outside. He's trying to sell it.
Martin passes away. Passes far. It's touchdown. Sean Bryson, the fullback.
Throw intentionally.
So first down from the 49 as Warwick goes in motion. They've managed to handle Peter so far tonight. Outson puts it over there, and that's picked off, and that's going to be 6. It's Blaine Goodrich, touchdown. Two fullbacks there. Glenn's lined up on the other side. Hand it back inside. Ball's loose.
I think he fumbled it.
Loose. No, man over here on this side says it's a touchdown. William McCray went into the pile with it. I saw the ball pop up. But the official on this side, the linesman, had both of his arms up.
Keith, I'm standing right on the goal line. He was stopped short of the touchdown, but he was stopped short and had the wherewithal just to take the ball out, and he stuck it over the goal line. That's when the official raised his hand.
That's when it came loose. Outson back. Down. Number 40, Billy Ratliff. A tackle got him. There's a lot at stake here. They're pretty much in field goal range. Obviously, they want to keep them out of there. That'll give them an 8-point lead. They lead by 5. They're going for the bundle. It is intercepted. It's intercepted by Dexter Jackson. And Jackson comes back out to the 23-yard line.
His own player tripped him up. Now you have to pick up some yardage, I think, to even go for the field goal.
3rd and 15. And Tennessee just blew it apart. Darwin Walker. What a play. He just ran over everybody and put the quarterback on his back. T. Martin has been put on the ground 11 times tonight. Not as many times as usual when you're playing Florida State. That ball going down the sidelines is caught. Peerless Price. It's touchdown. There are no flags. The longest play of the year, 79 yards.
All right, for Florida State, they need to get the ball to their big play people. They need to get it to Pete Warwick.
on first down from the 28-yard line. Outs and back. Pressure coming. They got him. Ball loose. Tennessee's got it. Tennessee recovers the fumble. Billy Ratliff hit him from the blind side. The ball came out. And that big whoosh sound was the air going out of the balloon. Ratliff comes up with the ball. It was Sean Ellis that knocked it out. Got a hole up the middle for Outzen. Touchdown. Marcus Outzen just squeezes it out. And it's a touchdown for Seminoles.
In the nation that's been kind of dented here tonight. I think you kick it deep.
There you go the other way. It didn't go. Did it go?
And they got the ball.
Janikowski, the kicker, went down and covered it.
Tennessee was ready. They had their good hands team up there, but they didn't react to the ball.
It went across the 45, didn't it? I think there's some discussion about it.
Touch the ball before it went 10 yards. The result of the play is to accept it at the spot of touching. First down.
Didn't think so.
Well, let's see it again. Maybe it did hit him. Let's see it again.
Here's a kick.
May have hit him right there.
Right there.
Yeah, it may have hit him right there.
Nobody's name rests higher in Tennessee football history than George Caffergo. All loose. Florida State's got it. Henry went into the line and lost the football.
He never had it. He never had it from the exchange.
Well, let's see what the Rooster can do. Lets it go big down the middle. Lavernus Coles is under it. The ball is intercepted. Steve Johnson. And that will do it. Johnson and Grant were down on double coverage. The ball was popping around and Johnson came down with it. Coles really never had a chance at it because the Tennessee Volunteers felt they might very well be a team of destiny. They talked about it quietly, discussed it with the kind of respect that you had to have for it. And they've won 13 games. They have lost none. And they've stood up to every challenge. And they came out of the blocks at the very start of the season, almost losing at Syracuse. And pulled it out against Arkansas, against Mississippi State.
Beat Florida for the first time in 5 years.
Probably was the biggest thing that happened to them and really got them going. And so it is done. The Tennessee Volunteers have defeated the Florida State Seminoles 23-16.